Hey, welcome to another What's for Midrats video. Now, I'm not a cold weather fan. I'm an electric fan. No, I'm not fond of winter. I think winter, if you have to have winter, it should end after Christmas, Then after that, let's warm everything up because everything. But anyway, I know a lot of people like the snow and a lot of people like to ski, and I don't know why you like to do that, but I know a lot of people do. But anyway, this gives us an opportunity to make one of those dishes that is good for cold weather. It's really good for cold weather. It's beef stew. And I always call this Crock stew. A little background on this. We were at shipyard, and we had 3-section duty. So we had duty every third day. But the days that I didn't have duty, I do a lot of crock potting back at the, we lived in a house. I lived in a house with another electrician and an A-ganger. And this is in Norfolk, by the way. So anyway, I did a lot of these crock pot, and I had a really good recipe for jambalaya, which I have lost, unfortunately. But I had this recipe for Crock stew. Now, a fellow submariner on our boat, Ray, he saved this. He saved this card with the recipe for Crock stew, and I'll try to figure out a way to post this somewhere down there, in the comments or something, so you can see exactly how I put this thing together. And the way we did this is the ingredients is we have about 2 pounds of stewed beef, and in this bag I put in 2 tablespoons of flour, and a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of garlic, which after I just read that, I realized I forgot to put in the teaspoon of garlic. So I'll do that now. So I'll get out my teaspoon. Yeah. It's a fancy measurement thing here. And I'll add this into my bag. That's a teaspoon of garlic. All right. And we give this bag a little shake to mix all this powdery stuff up. And now, let me position this so you can see all the stuff that I got here for this. I have got a fancy looking tripod looking thing. I don't know if you can get it. Focus. Focus. All right, so anyway, 2 pounds of stewed beef and these dry ingredients, like I said. And then what you do, and this time, because we've got all this shortages and we got all the inflation and all that other associated crap, we have well, looky there, my Ziploc bag is torn. Don't use these, I'm a trained professional. But anyway, this is a good little thing to put together, even for the holidays. If you got people coming over and you want to entertain and you don't have time to, cook up meals and stuff like that. Which, that always gets me about all these people on HGTV or some other show like that. They say, we like to entertain, so we want to have a place that we can entertain in the kitchen, you know, on the patio. Stuff like, who are these people? But anyway, you get that all mixed up like that with the flour, and I do this to adhere to the flour ahead of time. I mean, some people when they do this beef stew stuff, they add the flour afterwards, or they add it on top or something like that. But I like to mix it in with the beef stew, or with the cubed beef, or whatever they call it. All right, where's that? We'll go with this guy, and then I just spread the meat out here on the bottom of that. Now, the other thing is, we've got in here, you may not be able to see it too well, but I rough cut some 4 potatoes, medium potatoes, and 2 medium onions, and I put them all in here. So we dump that into the pool. And then here, I cheated and I bought these like baby carrots because they were on sale. You could buy like 2 carrots and skin them up and cut them up and put them in if you want to also. But I got these were on sale. And I also got 2 stalks of celery here that I also got this. And again, these are all just rough cut just to get them in there. And then I got one of these beef bullion. They wrap them up in these things, and it ain't always easy to unwrap these suckers. If you find out a way to unwrap these easier, let me know. Or maybe I'm just inept, I don't know. But then I add one of these beef bouillon cubes in here, and then about a cup of water. And you can, you know, put the beef bouillon in the water, and you can heat it up, and you can melt it down first and then add it in. But it's going to, in the crock pot, it's going to do that anyway. So now I get 2 tablespoons. Yeah, see my fancy measurement here. 2 tablespoons of what's this here sauce, which I think is the spice for the go-to spice here in the South. So I add in 1, and I add in 2, a little sloppy, but it's in there. Now what I add is about a 1/4 cup of Heinz 57. Except for the problem with Heinz 57 is that you could get out a 1/4 cup and you could put it in there, and then you would never get it all out because it would be all stuck there. So I say a 1/4 cup, and then I give it about that many shakes, and I'm done. And let's see what we missed here. We got the carrots, we got the onions, we got the potatoes, we got the celery, we got Heinz 57, Worcestershire, and we got the beef bouillon, and it's all ready. So now all you got to do is cover that bad boy, and then put it on low for about 8 hours. And when we come back, I'll show you what it looks like. Hey, we're back. Different shirt. Because it's been about 6.5 hours is what it took so far in the crock pot. I had my wife check it out to make sure, you know, potatoes are done and stuff like that. So let's take a look. Ooh, done steamed up the camera, and that's what we're looking like. Try to hold this thing steady. And it kind of made its own gravy and everything. So I didn't add any flour. I didn't add any cornstarch. I didn't add any of those additives. So what you got there is your basic beef stew. Now, What I do, well, let me go back. When I was a kid and we had beef stew, one way that we made beef stew go further was that we buttered up some bread first, and we put it on our plate. So now what I'm going to do, let me get this thing over here so I can see what I'm doing. I'm working with this this tripod here, and I'm not used to it. I'm not used to doing this. All right, so now if you want to just get, you know, less of the sauce, I guess you use this one. But if you want like a little more of the sauce, use this dude. And I'll scoop up some. The recipe said 3 potatoes. I went ahead and used 4 because I wasn't sure exactly how much stew beef I had. And I just put this sucker right on top of there like that. Maybe a few more taters. And there you go. That is Brock stew, or beef stew, Brock style. Thanks for watching.